After a very successful Season 9 for both the Chicago Wildcats and the Mexico City Aztecs, the championship game was a destiny for both sides. Coming into season number 10, they have gone a little bit backwards, 0-2. Each team is through the first two games. Chicago and Mexico City looking to right the ship as Mexico City looks to defend their title for Season 10. Who's going to get their first win in Season 10? It's Mexico City. It's Chicago. It's the SFL live on Twitch presented by APM Music, and it starts right now. Welcome in to Chicago, Illinois, home of the Chicago Wildcats as they look to right the ship. 0-2. They have home field against the defending SFL champions, the Mexico City Aztecs. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I am Chris Curtis. That is Alvin Washington. And Alvin, we have a couple of teams who are looking to get basically on the right track again after what seems to be a championship hangover.
All you need to understand about this matchup, Curtis, are two positions, 14 and 15. Chicago is 14th in offense and defense. Mexico City is 15th in offense and defense. What the heck happened between the championship game and now? We're still trying to figure out.
Yep, we'll see if one of these teams can figure that out this evening as we have the coin toss on your screen. Mexico City, of course, led by Matt Wilson, and the Aztecs will receive. They'll get first crack at the football. He'll be handing it off to Ray Bentley, and then his three main targets, Matt Wilson's anyway, are Richard Montague, Cale Barrett, and Mustard Bird Dejan Swan. So this should be good. Chicago ready to kick it off, and we are about to get things underway. Week 3 of the SFL on Twitch.
I love the Thunderdome, man. You know, many years I've gone to Soldier Field, but an indoor facility to host tackle football.
Down to the 25-yard line is where Swan will bring it out. Kick returner for the Aztecs, and we will see Matt Wilson out on the field. Again, Montague, his main target. K.L. Barrett and Dejan Swan trying to basically find their way in this season. Montague, the only one who's had a receiving touchdown for the Aztecs this season. Weak side I formation for Wilson. 6 in the box for the Wildcats. Handoff first to Ray Bentley, and he's immediately taken down. What a hit. And that is a big tackle for loss by Afalabi.
Man, you want to talk about coming from that outside linebacker spot, just laying the wood. The Chicago Wildcats, much like their guys in real life, the Chicago Bears, they preach defense. Let's see if they can improve that number 15 position.
Under center. Single back is Bentley. 6 in the box again for Chicago, playing well off of the receivers. This will be another handoff to Bentley. He'll get what he lost back, I believe. Nope, never mind. 3rd and 12. He only gained 2 back as a tender shot coming up to make the stop.
I'm liking this linebacking core by Chicago. Afalabi on one side, Hendershot on the other. And, of course, with a little bit of run support by the secondary and Spurgeon, Rockefeller, Hamrack, and Barnes.
That's a deep throw right side. That is picked off. And you talk about the secondary for Chicago, and that is Blake Hamrack who comes up and makes the interception.
Well, I speak his name, and he does wonders for the hometown team. And you just read it perfectly. Jumped right in front of the receiver, Swan, and just made an outstanding defensive play. Now they got to turn it into points.
Mustard Bird victimized on that ball a little high for him, and Hamrack makes the interception, his first of the season, and that gives Chicago the football past the midfield stripe. See if E.T. King can get going. He has been a little bit cold to start things out. He's 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and he will hand it off first. That is J. Calvin Kim, his first carry through the middle, and it is 2nd and 6.
You know, the one thing about Chicago that they've got to improve on is that 40.5 yards per game on the ground. That has got to improve.
Yeah, that was not a problem for Kim last season, as he was on the Tallahassee Pride, and they were able to run roughshod over most. But it's been on the shoulders of E.T. King through these first 2 games. This will be a handoff to Kim to the outside. He's going to try to get through the tackle, but Pablo Zamora is going to bring him down. It'll be 3rd and 8 as they look to try to get the sticks moved.
You know, again, it's going to be night and day. See if Mexico City, as we saw in the first possession, if they can get that running game going, they're much better than Chicago on paper. They're like 157 yards per game. I see Mexico City being able to establish the run, but Chicago's defense may be up to the task.
Yep, and we'll see what Chicago can do on offense here. E.T. King to throw to the left. That's a throw and a catch. Not for much, as the non-contract receiver will bring that one home. It'll be 4th and 6, and Chicago will have a decision in front of them, but likely a punt.
By the way, that was Austin Matrullo on that outside trying to move the sticks. It's going to be interesting to see how these role players fit into the mix of things for both clubs.
Punt upcoming. They're going to try to pin the Aztecs down inside of their own territory. Back there is Swan to return, and he will catch it lined up at about the 9-yard line. He'll wait. It'll bounce, and eventually the Wildcats will down it at the 6-yard line. So Wilson, who threw an interception, is not going to have a very long field behind him to try to work with.
I tell you, that was a great punt by Malcolm Perrin, the punter, and he put it perfectly inside the 10-yard line. These coverage teams that I've seen in the SFL, Curtis, have been nothing short of dynamic on the punt side of the ball.
Yep. And they'll see what the Aztecs can do on their second possession, though. See what we're looking at. Under center is Wilson. Handoff, Bentley. He has some room to run, and there's a flag on the field. Might be an offensive hold. I think I saw that flag around the line of scrimmage. We'll see what Stripes has to say about it, but it could negate a good first down run for Bentley.
I tell you, that's usually what happens on about 9 out of 10 running plays that look very good. They're too good, and that's exactly what the Stripes say.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Wildcats will accept that, and they'll pin the Aztecs even further down. That'll put them half the distance to the goal, start them at the 3-yard line. And that is not the start you want on first down. They're going to be looking at a 1st and 15.
You know, you wonder why these offenses are as anemic as they are. Chicago only scoring about 10 points a game. The Aztecs only scoring 15 points a game.
One of the high points for Chicago, though, as Ray Bentley gets another carry and gets a couple, has been their defense. Chicago's played very well defensively. They've only lost their games by a combined 20 points, which is not a bad way to look at it. You think you give up – they gave up under 20 points in both those games. And when you have an offense that should be as dynamic as Chicago's should be, you'd think you'd be able to come out with a couple wins there.
You should. But, you know, the record states what it is.
Yep. And that'll be Bentley getting taken down after the carry. 3rd and 7. Part of the task, of course, is getting Ray Bentley going. Bentley, of course, he's of course, opened things up for Matt Wilson in that sense. He's had 160 yards as an average through 2 games. He's got a couple of touchdowns. He is the engine that makes this offense run. So you'd think if you're Chicago, you got to focus in on him.
Got to.
Split backs formation for Wilson. Slant over the middle. That's going to be a catch and a first down. And I believe the first completed pass for Matt Wilson is Cale Barrett, the intended receiver. He'll bring it down for 10.
That wasn't a bad slot pass either by the Aztec quarterback in Matt Wilson. He took his time, allowed the offensive line to do what they do best, threw a nice strike to Barrett, and they moved the chains.
Wilson with Bentley in the backfield again. Looking like man coverage on the defense. Wilson backs up, has a throw to the sideline. That is a short completion to the left, and it will bring us to a 2nd and 3, a 7-yard completion for Mustard Bird as he brings it home.
I tell you, Matt Wilson, this is the second time I've seen a left-handed quarterback here in the league. And the interesting thing about left-handed quarterbacks is they have a certain dynamic as far as staying in the pocket and being able to read and check down the defenses. That allows them to work the outsides a lot better than the right-handers.
Under center, Wilson handoff to Bentley, and he's lit up at the line of scrimmage. What a hit. And Chicago is going to make the stop. That's Hendershot again with his 2nd tackle for loss.
You know, this Chicago run defense is really showing me some promise here. If they can hold serve and hopefully come back on offense with a couple of good drives, I think Chicago has a chance to get their first win.
Wilson to throw. Short drop and a sliding grab and a good one. Get him to a first down as Barrett brings another one in. 1st and 10, and don't look now, but they're moving it. Not very fast, but they are moving it down the field.
That is what I call a nice slot catch. That's Justin Edelman-ish. You got a guy that can hit the slot. I think Barrett's their guy in Mexico City.
Wilson to throw again, moving in the pocket. He's getting chased down, and he's going to get hit from behind. Taking down a sack, and they will lose 7 yards on it. Almost 7. They're going to say 6, but a huge one to take down Wilson.
I tell you, that was one of those rare times where the secondary of Chicago playing great coverage, and it took long enough, but I think the front line was able to knock him down on the play. Great coverage sack.
That clock, though, you think in Wilson's head has to be going. He's got to realize he's got to get the ball out of his hand and throw it to the sideline, throw it somewhere. Just don't put it down the middle of the field, obviously, but throw it away. That's a ball that's tipped and incomplete as it'll hit the ground harmlessly.
I tell you, those boys on the outside of Chicago, don't sleep on them. I'm tell you, Rockefeller and Hamrick, they're playing great in the cover too.
That was Kanye Rockefeller who got up and made the pass deflection. 12 tackles for him on the year. He's got 1 pick as well. You'd think he might have had a shot at that one as far as picking it.
Yeah, I love the name. I'm going to put him on my all-name team immediately.
That's Wilson. Long drop back. Plenty of time to throw. He's going to have pressure, and he's going to hit from behind again. Chicago's defensive line with the coverage sack, and they are going to force a 4th and 21.
With Paul Spears leading the way on this particular play, Wilson's got to know he's got some green and run it. He's got plenty of chances to make a first down, and he stays there. I'm not sure if the offensive coordinator for Mexico City is wanting to stay back there as long as he's staying back there.
So punt upcoming. And Chicago going to get the ball back, and they should have decent field position depending on how far this punt goes.
It looks like Alex Lopez on the
punt. That was nearly blocked. That was just about there. And if it is Lopez, he fields it at the 39-yard line. And that is going to be a 1st and 10 for Chicago. Down in the orange helmets, the black uniforms. E.T. King going to try to find some of his guys here to get them on the board and break the scoreless tie.
You wouldn't suppose the Chicago Wildcats are the anti-Cleveland Browns, would you? I mean, where else in the country do you see all orange helmets other than that place?
E.T. King, long drop back, throws short left. It'll be a grab. Not for very much, but it is a grab for Kendall Gilbert, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
I like the way that King uses the sideline for his receivers. And I mean, granted, it wasn't much, but again, you want to keep the ball moving and keep the chains moving. A lot of the best drives, a lot of the best scoring drives in the business have been 15, 16, 17 yards. This is where it starts at.
Kendall Gilbert has been E.T. King's favorite target, 200 yards receiving walking in on 8 receptions and 2 touchdowns. He's going to go through the middle, and that is a grab and a first down. What a hit over the middle as well. But Zeli brings that one in. Zeli, the newcomer, will make it a first down.
Boy, Tom Waddle would be proud of this catch. Straight across the middle, triple coverage, concentration, makes the grab, falls to the ground, nice and softly. That's what you want a slot receiver to do, is to get in the middle of that defense and move those chains.
Yeah, that ball caught in quad coverage. This is going to be everybody on the offensive line. You got to think this is a run to Calvin Kim on first down. It is indeed. See if they can open up a hole. Calvin Kim breaks a tackle. He's going to try to break 2 on the stiff arm, but then a couple of Aztecs get to him, and he'll be taken down after a 4-yard rush. First positive yardage we've seen in a little while from Calvin Kim.
That's very promising. I like the way Brandon Royals and John Powers on that right side of the line was able to give him a nice hole off tackle so that he can allow us to use his speed up the right side.
6 yards on 3 carries for Calvin Kim. E.T. King is in the gun. 3 at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top, trying to do something on 2nd and 6. They are in Aztec territory. King, quick throw to the left, has a slant route out there, and that is going to be a grab. Kendall Gilbert again gets him the first down, his 10th reception of the year.
Kendall Gilbert is working that outside. I think that's where his favorite place is to be, and he's comfortable out there. E.T. King knows that every time that Gilbert gets the ball on that outside hash, that he's going to run it up the line for at least 5 to 10.
E.T. King, only 26 yards to 29 yards passing early in this game. He'll try for number for reception number 5, and he will get it out to the sideline. In the flat on the swing pass, and that is a catch and a first down, and Chicago moves the sticks again.
Alfonso Freeney, a fullback. You don't normally see a fullback in the passing formation, but he's got some great hands coming out that backfield and, putting another 10 on the board. You have to love that if you're the head coach of Chicago.
Taking a look, no dropped frames on my end, guys, so if the video's cutting out on your side, you may want to look at your connection. Not sure exactly what's going on from that side, but nothing is indicating bad on my side, so keep that in mind. Under center is E.T. King. 3 in the backfield for him on a 1st and 10 play. They're just inside the red zone. King looking to the outside. Has Calvin Kim out there. He's going to have some room to run in front of him down to the 12, and that is 2nd and 2 as he gains 8.
Now you're starting to see them spread things out a little bit among the wide receiver core. And he's got a number of weapons. Gilbert, Calvin Kim. We just saw the fullback in where did he go? Freeney. We saw the fullback in Freeney. We got a couple of other wide receivers and tight ends. He's got a lot of weapons.
He does indeed. He's going to go to Calvin Kim again, trying for the pylon. He's going to get to the sideline and get taken out at the 3-yard line. The 2 other targets you're looking for, Davius Reed and Alex Zeli, who already has a catch tonight.
And there's Kim again, and Fran Agawa had to really come from outside to make that touchdown stopping tackle. But E.T. King is spreading the ball around exactly the way you want a quarterback to spread it around in this type of offense.
The 2-yard line is where it's at. They're going to try to get him punched in. They're actually going to say the 3. It's about at the 2.5. Weak side I formation. Handoff through the middle. Calvin Kim, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be taken down, and it is 2nd and goal as Mexico City trying to make a stand in this goal line situation.
Yeah, this is bend but no break territory for the Aztecs. Zeta on that tackle, and again, this is where you got the passes that got you to the party. Let's see if we can try another swing pass to the outside to bring it home.
That may work. I think they may go Calvin Kim again here, and they're going to try it. Yep, right side, and he's going to get taken down from behind. What a tackle, and what a pursuit to the ball. What a play by Landon Mack.
Again, this is Mexico City, the bad breaks that they had, but there's a reason why they are SFL champions, and you're looking at it right now here inside the 5-yard line.
Well, I mean, they started out at 1st and goal inside the 3-yard line, and they've only moved back. See what E.T. King has planned on a 3rd and goal. Trying to get first points on the board. Handoff. Calvin Kim through the middle. He's not going to get there. He gets back to the 3-yard line, and that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. No, actually, is that a timeout? No, last play of the first quarter indeed. Wildcats and Aztecs through 1 quarter of play, still scoreless in Chicago. Field goal attempt coming, it looks like, as the Chicago Wildcats looking for the first points of this game. Non-contract kicker. Snap good, hold good, kick on the way, and it is through. So
yeah, that's Jesus Garcia.
Yep.
I think he might play himself into a contract pretty soon.
I mean, you'd say that, but he was there last season as well and missed a double overtime kick that lost them the game.
Ooh.
So,
ow.
Yeah, so that's a thing. With that said, Chicago going to go ahead and get the ball kicked off. After this play, we'll go ahead and hear a message from the SFL. We'll wait for the return to be done. Kick on the way. It's DeJon Swan back there at the 10-yard line. He'll grab it and get to the 26, and now we'll hear a message from the SFL.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
And as we see it just over the middle back in Chicago, that is Richard Montague with the first pass of this drive from Matt Wilson. That is a catch and a good first down on the first play.
And where he put it at was absolutely beautiful, right in the breadbasket of Montague, right down the middle of that cover 2 defense of Chicago. If that isn't a chain mover, nothing is. And this is why Mexico City sits at about 206 yards per game. Unfortunately, they don't have a win to show for it, but their passing game is pretty darn decent.
I mean, Matt Wilson's played pretty well, though. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's got a 60% completion percentage. This is over the middle as well, and that is a great one for Cale Barrett. Cale Barrett, 3 receptions already, and it is another first down for Mexico City.
Boy, that is definitely a Justin Edelman special. My goodness, he just got the slobber knocked out of him.
32 yards total receiving for Montague. This will be a throw to the left. That is a catch, not going for very much. As Ray Bentley is on the outside, he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they'll say he will, 2nd and 10.
You know, those screen plays, for them to work, you really have to put it in a place where the blocking is right there ready to lead the back down the field for a considerable amount of yards. He just had nobody blocking for him that time.
2nd and 10. They are inside Chicago territory. Mexico City trying to at least tie this one up. That's a handoff to Bentley. He gets through 1 hit and works his way 8 yards into the future. 3rd and 2 on a fight at the line of scrimmage.
The one thing that running backs are told from the time they put on the pads, keep the feet moving. Bentley did exactly that. He's sitting right now 2 yards from another moving of the chains.
11 yards for him on the ground at the moment, so not a great average for him, but we know Ray Bentley, and we know he can turn it on in a second. And this will be another handoff to him. He's going to get the first down and a couple more as he gets to the 30-yard line. And Mexico City moving into field goal range possibly for their star kicker, Cole Varner.
I have a feeling as the game moves along and as this offensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage, Ray Bentley is really going to have some of his best carries of this contest.
2 in the backfield for Matt Wilson. 6 in the box defensively. This will be another handoff to Bentley. And not exactly sure what happened there. But that because they had a little bit of a frame skip on the camera. No problem. It'll be 2nd and 4 as it's through the middle.
I take it Bentley had him a good run of 6 yards there. And again,
run so good at stop time.
There you go. But look at what the offensive line is doing. Watch this. When they go to a run again, watch the offensive line and how they make the holes for him.
As you say that, they throw right side. That is a grab, a one-handed one at that. And that is at the 8-yard line. What a grab out there by Montague.
You know, again, the offensive line is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. It gave Wilson a lot of time. And right in the open field, nice behind the back grab by Montague on that one. Good gracious. Got to shout out the big uglies on that one. Daniel Martinez at a tackle, Daniel Rivera at a tackle. They're leading this front line to do exactly what they do. Give Wilson enough time to throw and give Bentley big enough holes to run through.
Well, speaking of Bentley, he may get it here on first down. It will be a throw for Wilson instead. Pressure coming. Now it will be out to Bentley. There is a flag. This may be a late hit. Not a late hit, sorry, a roughing the passer. We'll see what Stripes says. And that is right now holding.
Ooh.
Okay.
Defense
holding on the defense. No, offensive. He's facing the wrong way. So it is an offensive holding call. That'll move them back a little bit. 10-yard penalty gets them back to the 17.
I was just singing the praises of Daniel Rivera and then hit him with a hold. Ouch. Boy, oh boy. Shout out to also number 72, Manuel Sanchez. That front offensive line, in the spirit of Anthony Munoz, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals, boy, they're doing a great job so far.
Wilson looking to throw over the middle. End zone! No, he dropped it. Very close, but it's 2nd and goal. Cale Barrett got hit as he touched that football.
Nice breakup that time in the secondary by the free safety, Jeremy Lane. He looked at it all the way. You couldn't get a better bang breakup than that.
That was close. What a punch-out. You mentioned Lane, and that's exactly who that was who got a hand in there just as the football arrived. So that's very, very good work. 2nd and goal. They are at the 17. No first downs available for the Aztecs. They got to do something. Single back is Bentley. 6 in the box defensively. Look how far back the defensive backs are playing on the receivers as well.
That's that prevent defense.
Wilson looking to throw. No drop back. He's going to swing it out to Bentley. Bentley has the catch. Going to try to run through 2. Say last year he might have been able to do that. This year, not so much, and it's 3rd and goal coming up.
I don't know if I wanted to go to Bentley at that particular juncture. Again, I don't have anybody blocking over that way, so that's not going to get me much yardage. I would have still tried to put it into the slot. Maybe Montague going down one way, maybe Kim going down not Kim, but actually Swan going down another way.
Under center, Wilson, split backs. The southpaw looking to throw. High drop back, going to throw. End zone, back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Mexico City. That is Richard Montague in the back of the end zone, and it's Mexico City's first points of the evening.
And where did they go? Right in the slot. Straight down the middle. Booyah. Nice catch.
What a grab. Yeah, that's a great placement of that ball from Wilson as well. He put it just where Montague could get it, and that is great work for him as we play halfway through the second.
And, if the more that Wilson makes those type of throws, the more that Mexico City is going to find themselves in the winner's ledger. But they've got to couple it with a good running game. They've got one of the best running games in town at 157 yards. Use it.
Cole Varner able to add the extra point. That is a 7-3 football game. We're going to take one more break and hear another message from the SFL.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
Back to it. Kickoff is going to be to the 24-yard line. And a good return at that as it'll get it down to the 25 officially. And here come the Wildcats trying to retaliate after giving up the lead to Mexico City on that last drive.
We're going to see a back-and-forth game in this one tonight. I really do. I think Chicago's defense is up to the task, but their offense is going to have to put together some good long drives.
Under center, it's going to be King. He's going to look through the middle and hand it off to Calvin Kim. 5 yards. He fights his way forward. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's not a bad use of the wide receiver in a running back role. Remember the young man up at Green Bay in real life? They did the same thing with him. I like this opportunity for one of the receivers. If they've got the drive to do it, knock yourself out.
2nd and a nickel to go. Everybody on the offensive line. King looks to throw. He's going to swing it out to Calvin Kim. And that is a 3rd and 3 upcoming, as he's only going to gain 2.
Again, you're swinging it on a screen pass. I would rather see a play set up where you've got at least a tight end and maybe another receiver pulling to block from the outside.
Back to it. 7-3. Mexico City with the lead. This will be a throw upcoming again to the fullback. He's going to get taken down before he hits the marker. 4th and 1. And that is a very close to a first, but not quite. And they're going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, see a guy like him, like Freeney, because he's big, because he's strong, because he's got some speed to him, I don't mind it in that case. He's going to earn those yards. I'd rather have that in a 3rd and 3 rather than a 3rd and 7. They almost got it.
Punt upcoming. DeJon Swan back to return it. That'll be a low snap, but he does get it away, and it's a good punt. Back to the 26-yard line. 27 is where they'll mark him on the fair catch. And here come the Aztecs once more.
Now with a good scoring drive under their belt, let's see if Mexico City can build upon this and try to get some distance between them and Chicago the same way they did in the SFL championship last year.
Under center, Wilson. Left-hander looks to throw. He's going to move in the pocket, get to the outside, and throw it away. And the coaching staff was talking to him after that first drive as he took a number of harsh hits due to not throwing the ball away. He gets rid of it here.
And that's one of the smartest moves you can do as a quarterback. You don't see anything, get out of the pocket. That way you're not within the tackle box. Throw it away, live to see another down because you're at the same spot. You don't lose, you don't get in anything, but you don't lose anything.
1 touchdown, 1 interception for Wilson this evening. He's under center here. Doesn't quite have 100 yards passing. He's going to change a play at the line. See something in the defense. Calling signals. Weak side I formation. Handoff to Bentley, and that is going to be a big tackle for loss again as Chicago reads it perfectly. It'll be 3rd and 10.
I think Chicago saw something in the audible. It's like, okay, let's switch what we got up here and see if they come up the middle, we got them. And certainly enough, they saw him coming up the middle and like, you're going to lose one on this, homie.
Ajamu Afulabi comes up, makes the tackle for loss. He's got a couple of TFLs to this evening. As that will be Wilson on 3rd down. He's going to wing it over the middle, and a jumping grab is going to secure a 1st down again. Dejon Swan, his 2nd catch.
Another Edelman special across the slot, and Swan, much like his namesake, who's now with the athletic director at USC in real life, just gliding through the air. He knows he's going to get hit, but the concentration to come out with the ball and move the chains.
Offset I formation. 1 in the slot, 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top of your screens. Wilson's going to throw to the right. That is going to be a grab out for a broken tackle and a nice one for Swan. His 3rd catch will get them a 1st down, and they are into into Chicago territory.
I like the way Swan hugged the sideline on that outside play. He knew where the marker was, and man, he just ran right over Afalabi on that to get him that 1st down. That's one of those I'm not going to be denied moments, and that's what makes or breaks a championship team.
New set of downs. They're actually right at the marker just about, so not quite into Chicago territory just yet. Bentley with the 1st down run. He breaks through 1, and he's going to get 2nd and basically a chest hair as he's very close to the marker again. This time they're in Chicago territory.
And what did I tell you about the offensive line? As the game progresses, watch the line of scrimmage battle with Bentley in the backfield. If the offensive line continues to do their job, Bentley's runs are going to get bigger and bigger as the game goes on.
3.2 yards a carry on 10 carries for Ray Bentley. Another handoff to him. He's going to try to cut it between the tackles. He will get the 1st down, not much more, but he does get down to the 38-yard line, and Bentley now is 35 on the evening.
The credit number 63, Emmanuel Gonzalez, the center, and the tackle Martinez on that right-hand side. Again, just give them enough of a seam to get through and move the chains one more time.
Wilson, another handoff to Bentley. Why not if it's working? But this time he might need to go somewhere else. 2nd and 9 as Bentley gets hit immediately as he crosses the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure if I want Wilson handing the ball off to Bentley that close to the line of scrimmage. I think that's probably why they're reading a lot of that where it is. About maybe 2 or 3 more yards back, that's fine, but not right there.
I mean, eventually Mexico City's MO is definitely to run the ball until they can't run it anymore. And then as soon as the defense thinks they're going to run it again, burn them over the top. And that's generally been their key to success in the last couple of seasons. That is a throw to the right. Another one for Dejon Swan, his 4th catch. It'll be 3rd and 4.
I tell you, Montague and Swan are really doing an outstanding job of giving Wilson that outside target. But Montague also is doing his job of coming up the middle with a couple of good slot catches, too.
Defense, or the crowd getting loud for their defense as we just hit the 2-minute warning. This game moving really quick, Elvin, as we hit the 122nd mark. 2 minutes left here in the 1st half. This is the SFL live on Twitch presented by APM Music.
As we get back to the action here, the one thing here in these final 2 minutes that Mexico City's going to have to establish, can they extend this lead?
That's going to be through the middle. Bentley with a ton of room to run, and he's got himself a 1st down inside the 30 to the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 as they get closer and closer to the red zone.
What I tell you about that offensive line, Manuel Sanchez, Daniel Rivera on the left side this time did a great job of giving him a big hole, and that time he punched 10+.
117 yards passing through the air for Wilson. Does have an interception to go with that touchdown, thanks to Blake Hamrack from earlier. 2 in the backfield for Wilson. 6 in the box defensively. Another handoff through the middle to Bentley, and he'll pop to the first down marker. It'll be a 1st and 10. Just got that chest hair forward enough to move the sticks.
I tell you, I'm loving this offensive line of Mexico City. I see why they were able to hoist the SFL championship last year, and it's this offensive line right here.
6 in the box defensively. Wilson looking to hand it off once more to Bentley, but this time he's lit up like a Christmas tree. And look who. Clint Hendershot for his 3rd TFL of the evening, and it's 2nd and 10.
Now, this is the area where I think Wilson would do better with slot passes than with running it up the middle, because you see that Chicago is reading each and every one as you get closer to the 10, closer to the 5, and closer to the goal line.
And that is a free play. They're going to try to burn him. They instead go to the outside. It's going to be an encroachment call. No doubt about that, as this will go 5 yards forward to the 9-yard line.
Man, I sure wish they were able to extend that a little bit more, because Bentley had some green to run.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about that.
You know, you could get a little too happy sometimes in the red zone defense. And, you know, that one really hurt right there by Paul Spears, the defensive end.
2nd and 5. Still can get a 1st down at the 4. Right about the 3.5 more than anything. Tight man coverage all around for Chicago's defense. Looking to throw to the outside. Has Bentley with the one-handed catch, but did not lead him very far, and it'll be 3rd and 5 as he gains nothing.
He led him in the wrong spot. He should have led him further down toward the chains. He led him all the way outside, and considering where Bentley was, he was not going to get much out of that.
So here we go. Chicago looking to make a stand on defense. This becomes a big 3rd down play. It can be the difference between 3 points and 7. Under center is Wilson. In the backfield is Bentley as we close in on the end of the first half. Throw to the end zone. It is tipped and incomplete. And that is a great play again by Blake Hamrack to keep him away from the sticks.
This secondary of Chicago is proving its worth. It's proving why it was able to make it all the way to the final 2 for the SFL title game. Not able to get over the hump, but I see some promise in these young men.
Field goal attempt coming. It's going to end up being a very, very big chip shot. That's basically it. Cole Varner, the contracted kicker, going to be up and through from 25 yards, and Mexico City makes it a 7-point game.
But the big difference here is the way that the Chicago defense inside the red zone knew exactly what Wilson wanted to do and denied him at all corners, including that big pass to the right side of the end zone.
10-3. Mexico City, the defending champions, up on their counterpart from the other conference last season, Chicago, as it'll be a return coming back the other way to the 22 is where they'll mark them. And don't look now as Davius Reed gets up. This is 20 seconds left, actually 18 left in the first half. Chicago will get the ball back when we get back from halftime, so this should probably be just a kill it and move into the locker room, you'd think?
Probably so. I like that tackle by Gabriel Cash on special teams. Just a straight heads up tackle. You know, with the way the concussion protocols were going on, that's the type of tackle you want, right in the number.
And that's going to be a hit just past the line of scrimmage on Calvin Kim, and that should take us to the end of the first half. Landon Mack comes up to make the stop. We'll see if they get another playoff, but it does not look like it. 3, 2, 1, and that is it for the first 2 quarters of play. We are getting to halftime in Chicago. Chicago, the home team, down 3 as we move in to the halftime show. This is the SFL live on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Stay tuned for the halftime show. We'll be back right after that.
Don't miss the SFL podcast every Saturday night at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch before the league's weekend slate gets kicked off. Join me, Mighty RX, defending champion team owner Ramos Lynn, and our host, Jack Brown, to break down all the headlines in the SFL. Jack, yeah, I know we gotta move on. Calm down. See you there, everybody.
Guys, welcome back into Chicago, Illinois. We are just getting set for the third quarter of play in a rather low-scoring game. If you guys are just joining us, Chris Curtis, Alvin Washington here for the start of it, and it's 10-3 Mexico City. Alvin, not a lot of points to go around in this one.
Well, as I was mentioning to you during the break, the two units in this contest that I see that are making a big difference right now are Mexico City's offensive line and being able to give Ray Bentley some bigger holes as the second quarter wore on. But conversely, Chicago's secondary, who, if not for some big plays by a couple of their great cornerbacks in Blake Hamrick and A.J. Barnes, and they'll even throw in Kanye Rockefeller, this game should be easily 21-3 instead of 10-3.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Chicago's been playing some very, very good defense, as has Mexico City for the most part as well. I
like Mexico City. Their front line is doing pretty decent, but
free play. Oh, never mind. Okay, continue.
You gotta love those free plays from time to time. But the defense has just got to be more disciplined. But as I was saying, the secondary of Chicago in this second half, Mexico City is going to try and put this game away.
Yep.
That interception on the first possession, if that tells you anything, Chicago's secondary is going to be up to the task of trying and shut down any outside chance of Mexico City moving the football in the air.
And that tells you one thing, that Ray Bentley's got to get it going if you are Mexico City, because he is the key and the engine to that offense. Under center, E.T. King ready in the I formation as they get their first play off in the second half. Throws to the right. That is Calvin Kim, and he's going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. I shouldn't say the first play, the second play, as that is going to be going for nothing. It's third down coming up.
That almost worked because I saw one blocking receiver out there, but you need more personnel out that way. If you're going to throw a screen, make sure you've got enough personnel hitting that way to help block the outside for it.
3rd and 5.
Well, there's something you don't see very often.
Oh, through the middle, and that's something you don't see very often either. Calvin Kim got lit up again, and that is third. Actually, that is now 3rd and 3. That was a second down play. My apologies. 3rd and 3 coming up. To
quote their real-life brethren, we'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. That's what you just saw there. No, you don't see a T formation too often in the pros.
Nope, you're right. You're exactly right. 3rd and 3. King hands it off. Calvin Kim, can he get the first down marker? He is going to be 4th and a literal chest hair away, and it is going to be a punt for the Chicago Wildcats.
Oh, man. Boy, that offensive line did not do their jobs. Tony Harrison was just all in the way. They're like, dude, move! Couldn't get the first down.
Kick coming. That is Dejan Swan Mustardbird back there to receive the kick. It's a nice hang time for almost 4.25. And that is a return to the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark him. 1st and 10 for Matt Wilson, his first possession of the second half.
I tell you, you're not going to see much out of these punt returners and trying to run the ball back unless you just get that one magic block right at the point of the attack, and then he just takes it down the sideline. These coverage teams are indeed up to the task.
Split backs formation for the Aztecs. Wilson under center. Southpaw looking to throw. Throws to the outside, has an out route out there, and it is a good catch for K.L. Barrett, as it's going to be a 2nd and 5.
Incoming!
Yeah.
You saw it too, huh?
Yeah, I saw it. That player got lit up on the sideline.
Oh,
you got to know the play's coming that way. If there's an out route, you know you're going to get smacked if you're there. Under center is Wilson. 6 in the box for Chicago. Handoff to Bentley. He's got some room to run. He's going to have some green to the midfield stripe, and he'll get down to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for Mexico City.
I tell you, if Mexico City gets a touchdown here, I'm giving a game ball on that particular drive to the center, Emmanuel Gonzalez, and the left tackle, Daniel Martinez. They are opening some big holes right now for Ray Bentley of Mexico City.
Good work from Bentley. 70 yards for him on the ground. He averages 160. He's a little bit south of that pace at the moment.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets it before too long.
Yeah, and all he's got to do is break one big one. He's had some close calls here in the second half already. Handoff through the middle, and talk about a close call. He's going to be picking up his teeth for a minute or two. Clint Hendershot lays him out. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That's what you call you will eat turf and like it, sir. Boy, Hendershot has been given some shots today.
He has. He absolutely has. He's been on point. Has Hendershot. Hendershot 3 tackles for loss already. Handoff, he has some room on the outside. Can he burn the edge? He cannot. He'll get a yard out of it. 3rd and 9 for Ray Bentley. He's only averaging less than 4, but he is making a little bit of an impact as Lane comes up and makes the play.
I think Ray Bentley's best work is between the tackles, not to the outside, because you need some speed guards to handle the outside stuff. His best work is between the tackles. He needs to stay there.
Strong set I formation. Wilson looking to throw. Plenty of time. He'll give it out to Bentley. I think he might have been better served going somewhere else with that as Ray Bentley gets lit up again. 4th down, and Mexico City will punt.
That was indeed the wrong call. In no way you were going to get anything out of that. You saw the defense coming up. The moment those guys were coming up on the back, you throw that down to the slot, and he moves the chains. That was completely the wrong throw.
Punt upcoming. Low snap, but it does get away. Davius Reed back to return. He's on the 14-yard line, and he'll get taken to the 20. So 1st and 10 for E.T. King, who comes out again. E.T. King not having his greatest day, but it hasn't been terrible. They're still very much in this game in the 3rd quarter. Chicago's
defense has been keeping the Wildcats in this contest the whole night. The offense has got to get going. You know, now they had some success earlier, which got them the field goal, but, you know, they got to keep that up.
Calvin Kim is the one in the backfield. Plenty on the offensive line. It will be a King throw. To the outside, it's going to be a screen play for Calvin Kim. He's got some speed to burn. To the outside, he's going to get to the 45, the 46-yard line, and that is where he is taken down, and that is good screen play by the offensive line for the Chicago Wildcats.
What did you see on the outside to break Calvin Kim free? You saw 2 people right in front of him to move everybody out of the way. That's why that worked. He had nobody blocking him the last couple of times he swung it. He had 2 this time, a good power guard and a good wide receiver. They threw the double team block, and that's where you got the big gain. A great call, great execution at that well.
Good ball pursuit by King Wallace, who gets up and makes the stop as well on the sideline. Had a little bit of help from Landon Mack. 3 in the backfield for E.T. King as they work their way to midfield. Throw again to the outside to Calvin Kim. Some more room to burn, and a huge hit. As talk about King Wallace, he comes up and lays the beat down on Calvin Kim.
Now that almost worked. I think the block was in the wrong spot. If the receiver was just maybe about a yard or 2 up further, he would have been able to put Wallace out of the way, and Kim would have gotten the first down.
Under center, E.T. King, 2 in the backfield. Quick drop, throw short. That's a 1st down, and I believe that's the first time we'll see a sighting for Shan Varner, the tight end, as he gets him to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10.
It's about time he throw this to the tight end. I was wondering when I'm going to hear Shan Varner's name. Tight end is one of your greatest safety valves when you're talking about everybody keying in on one player. You just, okay, y'all going this way? Boop, take it for me, kid.
Under center, actually in the gun. King moves up in the pocket. Plenty of time, throws on the run off his back foot. That's dangerous, but he makes it pay off. Davius Reed over the middle brings it home, and they are in the red zone.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I thought he was going to try and put at least run it because he had Green the burn on that one and had a blocker on the outside just in case. But he threw it, and thankfully for him, Davius Reed was right there to make the catch and move the chains one more time.
And those last two passes have brought E.T. King up to 124 yards through the air. 103.5 rating for him on the evening. 1st and 10. Split backs formation there in the red zone. I believe this is the second time they've been in the red zone this evening. That's a throw to the sideline. They will call it a toe drag and a catch. And that is going to be Alex Zeli. First time we've called his name in a little while.
You know, that was the better throw as opposed to the Mexico City quarterback throwing to the halfback who had a whole gang of defense in front of him. That was a better throw. It was forward of the line, closer to the chains. I like it. 5 yards is better than no yard.
King, quick drop back, throws short to the sideline. I do believe that is going to be out of bounds. It will be. Kendall Gilbert can't drag the feet. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, he let him a little bit too long that time. Didn't throw it on time either. So, you know, those two things working against you. That's an incomplete pass more often than not.
Would be a 30-yard attempt for Jesus Garcia should they need him if they don't convert this 3rd and 5.
I said they got to punch the end zone. They've got to make some hay in this contest.
Just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 2 in the gun with him. King throws short. Is he going to get the first down? He cannot, as Shan Varner is taken down short of the first down marker. It is 4th and 2, and here comes Jesus Garcia.
I would have ran Varner on an out pattern. 3 up, past the line of gain, and screen them out is trying to come into the middle. You know they're coming into the middle. Bring them out. That works the outside. He's been working the outside perfectly tonight.
4th and 2. It'll be a 3-point chance for Jesus. Kick is on the way, and it is through. 30, or actually 27 is where they'll say it was, and it is 3 points on the board, 10-6, Mexico City.
A disappointment, I would say, for Chicago in that one. They should have had the 6. But again, you know, there's some questionable play calling as you get into the red zone. You know, but they're 3 points closer. That's the big thing. It's still a one-possession game.
Well, the problem is this is the same thing that has plagued Chicago recently, is that everything is on E.T. King's shoulders. They can't get Calvin Kim going for nothing at the moment. Still has yet to see the end zone this year, and he has less than 2 yards on an average with 10-plus carries today. So it's been rough sailing for them on offense.
Well, I wouldn't put it so much on Kim as I would put it on the offensive line. Look at what Mexico City's offensive line is doing. You know, Sanchez, Martinez, Gonzalez, these boys are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They pull every which way but loose. That's how Ray Bentley's getting his yards.
Yep, that's a fair point. We'll see Bentley again here. It'll be first through the middle, and that is a 6-yard carry. 2nd and 4 upcoming. 77 on the ground for 21 carries for Ray Bentley as he's starting to find his stride a little bit. 2nd and 4.
And he's going up right up 63. Emmanuel Gonzalez is back. Emmanuel Gonzalez, I think, is leading this offensive line in a way I haven't seen them do the first 2 weeks. And if he keeps that up, Mexico City's going to have their first W.
And Gonzalez, of course, a non-contract lineman. He's going to be playing for a contract at this point. Going to be thrown to the right side. That is going to be a catch and a first down for Richard Montague as he keeps the foot in. And the Aztecs starting to move the ball.
You know, Wilson was absolutely untouched in that one. The offensive line just gave him all day to throw that ball. I'm going to shout him out again. Emmanuel Gonzalez, Pedro Ramos in the center, Daniel Rivera, Manuel Sanchez, Everybody just doing a great job on the front line today for Mexico City.
Under center is going to be Matt Wilson. He'll hand it off to Bentley. This time Bentley smacked at the line of scrimmage. Nothing much doing. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, Ajamo Afolabi read that counter play very well and made sure to squeeze himself in between the left tackle and the halfback to make that play.
Southpaw getting comfortable for a 2nd and 8 play. 6 in the box defensively for Chicago. Got to get it to the midfield stripe for a first down. Handoff, Bentley, off tackle, looking to the outside. He's going to get taken down before he can get to the marker, but he'll have the deficit. It'll be 3rd and 4 as Chicago gets the gang tackle.
Decent run that time by Bentley. Had a blocker out there, gave a little bit of room. I would have loved another pulling guard to come out there. He might have been able to get the full eight, but I love the idea.
3rd and 4. Defensive crowd getting loud over the middle. That's a grab and a first down for Mexico City. And that is another big catch for K.L. Barrett. And a 1st and 10 as they enter Chicago territory.
Another Justin Edelman special over the middle slot. Barrett right there sees the defense, knows he's going to get hit, cradles it in, absorbs, brings it down, chains moved.
Good work from K.L. Barrett as they move the sticks one more time, trying to potentially put the dagger home in this game.
This is one of the times you wish you could give the whole offensive line a game ball the way they're playing. Seriously, though.
Hand off to Bentley. He's going to break 1, but he can't break 7 as the Chicago Wildcats will converge on him. 1-yard gain. Talking about K.L. Barrett real quick, he's got himself a decent day. 43 yards receiving on just 4 catches, so he's averaging a little over 10 a carry. So that's good work. As with 2nd and 9 here, Mexico City is going to try to move it forward. Hand off, and that is Bentley getting smacked again, and another one by Afolabi, his 3rd tackle for loss.
Ooh, that's a mean Joe Green special there, boy. Holy cow. He came through and just like, son, sit down, please. Please. Wow.
3rd and 12.
I mean, they lay the wood in this league if you're not careful.
31-yard lines where the Aztecs need to get. Under center is Wilson. Plenty of drop back for Wilson. Moves in the pocket. He's actually going to be in trouble here. Runs the wrong way, and he's going to get taken down before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 4th and 14, and that is going to be a punt as Chicago makes a stand.
Wow, he should have thrown that ball a lot earlier than that. The slot was there for him up the right-hand side. All he had to do was just make the timely throw. Barrett's going to catch it. I mean, Barrett has proven this whole game he's going to catch anything and everything in the middle.
This is going to get back to Davius Reed at the 14-yard line. He'll return it to the 17. And Chicago is going to have the football back. Not a lot of time left here in this 3rd quarter. They're going to get down to the last frame. It's still a 1-possession ball game. Only a 4-point deficit. This has been very low scoring in the Windy City.
Yeah, but the offensive line has got to do a lot better job in the run game than they are in the pass game. They have been phenomenal in the pass game today. But the run, I don't know where it's been. That's why they're sitting on 40 yards a game. They got to pick that up.
Huge shout out, by the way, to our stats man in the backfield, or in the background here, Scott LaRue, who's been all over the stats for us tonight, making us sound way smarter than we actually are. So huge thanks to him. That's going to be a Chicago run for Calvin Kim, 2nd and 7, as he works up the middle for 3.
I tell you, we handing us the stats is like a great handoff to maybe one of the great. No, I'm serious.
Yeah. When
a stat man hands you that type of stuff as we end the 3rd quarter, I mean, man, you're right. We sound a lot smarter than we look, but that's why we're a team. We are a team, just like the teams here on the field.
SFL Live on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Back to it. 4th quarter of play. Chicago looking to try to get on the board in the end zone for the first time tonight. This will be a pass out to the outside, and it is a catch for Kendall Gilbert. It'll be 3rd and 2.
They got to go back to Gilbert. Gilbert was able to move the chains for him on that first possession. I haven't heard from Gilbert since. I mean, this Mexico City defense, quiet as kept, has done their job, but it's only a 1-possession game, and one big play by Gilbert could change the complexion of this whole contest.
Yep, Gilbert, of course, has been E.T. King's favorite target this season. Has 2 touchdowns already on the year. This will be a run to the outside for Kim, and he's got plenty of room. He's going to break through another one and get down to the 48-yard line. 49 is where they'll mark him, and Calvin Kim's been waiting for that run.
That's what you call the old Washington counter tray, and well, they did an outstanding job on that left side of the front line. I mean, let me shout out 75 John Powers and 62 Tony Harrison for pulling to the left and making sure that they graded the road for Calvin Kim. Now, the rest of that, of course, is him. But if Royals and Harrison don't make those blocks, that play doesn't work.
And another huge pursuit to the ball on the Mexico City side by Jack Brown, the outside linebacker, coming all the way there to make that tackle. That's good work. I formation for King. Throw to the outside. It is Zeli. They will call it a catch. It's a 4-yard completion. It is 2nd and 6.
I know the coach was like, you better not throw that to the dog on halfback again. Seriously, when he's thrown to the halfback, he's been clobbered. When he's thrown to the wide receiver 4 or 5 yards up, it's been money.
King is in the gun by himself. 5 wide. 6 in the box defensively for Mexico City. This may be a mismatch. King is going to get hit before he releases it, and that is going to be 3rd and 6. They'll say forward motion on the arm and no fumble, but what a hit, and that is 3rd and 6.
That was one heck of a 4-man rush by Mexico City to break all of that up. Key play that time by Alan Romero, the defensive end. Boy, if he don't get at least a sniff of a contract after that play, something's wrong.
In the gun. 2 with him this time is King. Extra pressure coming. Wings it over the middle. That is tipped and incomplete. He was looking for Gilbert, but Zamora says no. It is 4th and 6, and Chicago will punt.
Wow. I am sleep on this Mexico City secondary. I got to give them a little props. Pablo Zamora, Fran Ogawa, King Wallace, Devin Cabrera. They've acquitted themselves. They've done quite a job in keeping the Chicago air attack under wraps.
First deflected ball for Zamora tonight. And that is a blocked punt. Oh, and Chicago's going to pick it back up. Did not see that coming. And Mexico City's going to get the ball, and it's going to be 1st and 10. But what a block. We do not see that very often, but when it does, it's fireworks.
Rafael Rosaines on special teams. Oh, my God. Man, I wish we could see a replay of that one.
No way. No way. This is a possible step in the right direction for Mexico City. That's going to be a Bentley run through the middle right side, and that is 2nd and 7. But that sets them up in perfect field position to possibly make this a 7-point game again, depending on this drive.
You know, and again, it's plays like that. It's who controls the line of scrimmage better. Clearly, Mexico City has controlled the line of scrimmage in this game.
2 in the backfield for Matt Wilson. 6 in the box defensively, including 5 on the line. They may send some extra pressure here. Nope, 3-man rush. Throw over the middle. That's a catch. And that is to the 17-yard line. And that is Cale Barrett once more. 1st and 10 for Mexico City.
Barrett is quickly becoming the Justin Edelman of the SFL. He is not afraid to go across the middle, take the hit, and move the chain.
5 catches, 60 yards for that man, 12 per catch. Every time he touches the ball, it's positive yardage, and that is what the Aztecs want. They're in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They're trying to put this game away as we play in the 4th quarter. Wilson to throw to the outside. Barrett again. He will get taken down by contact, and that is 2nd and 5 with a 5-yard reception.
You see how much time Wilson is getting in the backfield to throw that football? That offensive line has been outstanding today in all facets of the game.
Wilson again. They may be looking end zone on this play. They have another shot on 3rd down if they miss. Coverage men creeping up here. Wilson's making barking signals at the line.
I think that's what he sees, too.
That's going to be a rush through the middle, and that is Ray Bentley, who's not going to get very far. It'll be 3rd and 3. So the audible out from what likely was a pass to a run, and that is a hit that will get him to 3rd and a couple.
Yeah, I think Bentley ran into one of his offensive linemen. If he hit the hole a little bit better than that, I think he might have been to the house.
A.J. Barnes on the tackle for Ray Bentley there. Split backs for Wilson. Hand off again to Bentley. He's going to get through one. He has the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line for Ray Bentley, and you see the clock. Tick, 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 tick. It keeps going down for the Aztecs.
Another good counter play on that 3rd down conversion. Great hole given by Daniel Martinez, the left tackle. You know, he's been making a lot of good holes today for Ray Bentley. Him and Emmanuel Gonzalez.
Strong set I formation. 2 wide receivers lined up to the left, including one in the slot. Hand off again to Bentley. He's going to be hunting the end zone, but he's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage once more. And another great play, this time by Maurice Spurgeon. The free safety comes up to make the stop.
I'll tell you, Chicago's secondary has some great run support the deeper you get into the red zone. And that play there by Spurgeon, prime example.
Chance for Mexico City through the middle. Bentley's not going to get there again. It will be 3rd and goal, and Chicago trying to make another goal line stand. They did this to them in the first quarter as well.
You know, again, I mentioned the secondary of Chicago being one of the key components in why the game would be the way it is. You know, they're up to the task. They're one great play away from turning this game around.
On the defensive line, there's 7 in the box, looking to throw. Wilson with a little slant chip in the middle, and that is going to be tipped and incomplete. Montague, the intended receiver, I think there were 3 Wildcats who touched it, and it will be 4th and goal. They'll have to kick one.
Bend but don't break. The Wildcat defense, again, doing what they do best, and that is if you're going to get 7, you're going to earn 7. You've got to earn it.
And that puts Ray Bentley to 95 yards on the day. He does hit his 30 carry mark for the evening. Cole Varner looking to add 3 more. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is through. Cole Varner now 2 for 2 on the day, 3 for 3 on the season, as he nails one from, I believe that was 25. And that is a chip shot for him as the Aztecs make it a 7-point lead once more. But key possession there defensively for Chicago. They keep it to a 1-possession game.
You know, now this is where their offense has got to get on the football. You just can't rely on E.T. King. J. Calvin Kim has got to get some holes. And this front line has got to do something. I mean, Brandon Ainsworth, Kevin Owens, Brandon Royals, John Powers, Derek Dye, Tony Harrison, Daniel Hennig. You got to open some holes up for this kid.
Last break of the day. Let's hear one more time from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Calvin Kim through the middle, couple of yards, 6 to be exact, as we come back to you from Chicago. If you guys are just joining us, you missed a heck of a football game so far. Chris Curtis and Alvin Washington with you from the Windy City. A rematch of the Season 9 championship game has been a lot less high scoring than some experts may have predicted. It's 13-6 as we play halfway through the 4th quarter. High formation for E.T. King. He's going to get the ball to his halfback, Calvin Kim. But Calvin Kim taken down in the backfield once more, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
Again, I mentioned before the last break that the Chicago offensive line is going to have to make some better holes for J. Calvin Kim than what they're doing now. That definitely was not it.
3rd and 6. King is in the gun by himself. He's got 5 wide and a free play. Throw over the middle. They're going to get the first down anyway to Zeli, and that is going to be a first down and a declined penalty. Not quite Zeli. Actually, Shan Varner got it over the middle, but a first down regardless for Chicago as they move the sticks.
Yep, you're absolutely right. They caught 91 Moises Avila in the middle of the neutral zone, and Varner caught a beautiful catch right across the middle. So they'll get the 5 plus that.
J. Calvin Kim, take a look there. He's gotten better the last couple drives, but still looking to find his groove this evening. 45 yards on 14 attempts. He's got 98 all-purpose yards, so he's got a couple of swing passes that turned into some really nice plays. E.T. King on the pump fake, going to fire this one right side. That is tipped, and it is going to hit Zeli in the back. And another one, a very, very good play from the non-contract secondary member. That is going to be 2nd and 10.
You know, if there was an opportunity to really put that swing play into effect, I would have swung Kim out to that right-hand side because I had trips over there. I might as well let them be bodyguards and give Kim a nice run up to the line of game.
E.T. King, long drop back. That's a 7-step drop. Throws short to Calvin Kim. He's going to try the screenplay. If he turns the other way, he has some green in front of him, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd and 12. They're going backwards at the worst possible time.
I don't think that would have worked either way because it was defenders coming up all over the place. That was the time to do for your play action fake, bootleg it out to the left and see if you can find something on the left-hand side.
King in the gun. 3-step drop. Throws it over the middle. That's a possible first down, but a nice tipped ball again. Zeli, the intended target. 3 catches on 6 targets. Nothing doing. Fran Ogawa gets in front of it and knocks it to the turf.
Boy, this Mexico City secondary, I'll tell you, people are asleep on this unit. I mean, they are really asleep on this unit. There is a reason, again.
That's using your head.
Okay, well, I mean, they do play 2 kinds of football down in Mexico City now. I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Punt incoming. We saw a blocked punt earlier. Dejon Swan, if it does get to him, is going to be back there to receive it. And he's lined up at the 27. Does have the football, tries a spin move, but he can't spin 2 Wildcats as they both take him down. And 1st and 10 for Mexico City. Mexico City can, for all intents and purposes, put this game away with a good drive here to make it a 2-possession game.
All they have to do is just make first downs. I don't even think they have to make a score. Just make first downs. They've got the offensive line to do it. They've got the running back to do it.
2 in the backfield. One of them is Ray Bentley. He will get the handoff here. Has the off tackle, but a clothesline just past the line of scrimmage is going to take him down. What a hit. And that is going to be a 2nd and 8.
My goodness. Did the ghost of Jack Lambert just pop up in Perry Elmore all of a sudden? Man.
What a hit.
Man, shoot. Forget a contract in the SFL. Sign him up for the WWE right now. On some real stuff.
That is a single back. Bentley in the backfield. 6 in the box defensively for the Wildcats. Another handoff here, this time for Ray Bentley, and it's going to go for 8 yards. They're going to say 3rd and 2. They got to get to the 41-yard line for the first down. Not quite able to get it there.
Hey, Neil Patel made a great block up the right-hand side. And again, boys, not Neil Patel. Actually, that was Freeney. That was Freeney again. Also, Gonzalez and Martinez. I'm telling you, that front line has done an outstanding job of allowing Ray Bentley. And as I said earlier, as the game wears on, Ray Bentley's going to get those bigger runs.
8 yards on that last one. Going to try to get the first down here. He'll get the handoff. Has a hole that he could drive a truck through, and he's going to get past midfield. At the midfield stripe is where they're going to mark him, actually. And it is a first down for Mexico City. Again, they move the sticks with a 7-point lead.
I'm telling you, I've got a game ball in hand for this offensive line because as this game has worn on, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage. And Ray Bentley, when he was popping 3, 4 earlier, he's now going 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 20. I mean, this offensive line is exactly what Mexico City needed at a time like this.
At the midfield stripe, 114 yards on the day for Bentley. He still has plenty of time to break a large one as we played just under just under 2:10 left in the fourth quarter here. This will be one through the middle. 2nd and 10 as it goes basically for nothing. 2-minute warning is where we are at now. 120 seconds left in the game. As we try to find a winner here, Mexico City up a touchdown. This is the SFL live on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Three timeouts also on each side. Nobody's used a timeout in this football game at all.
No wonder why we're going so quickly.
Right. There's barely been a stoppage in the clock. Bentley's under center. Handoff through the middle, and that is going to be a nothing burger for Bentley. And it'll be 3rd down. Chicago does call a timeout there. They stop the clock.
Yeah,
Hendershot again on the tackle.
That's a big play by Hendershot. You stop him for no gain. You got the timeout. You basically had 2 timeouts because you had the 2-minute warning plus that one. If they can make another big play here, they've got an opportunity to win the ball game.
Under center. Another handoff to Bentley. This time he finds a hole. He's going to get down to the 41-yard line, and he'll be taken down there. It'll be another timeout for Chicago, and this is going to be, I do believe, a 4th down. So they're going to make a decision here. Yeah, I do believe because they took away the scoreboard for some reason.
It's looking like a 59-yard field goal try. Okay. No, they're going to punt.
Yep, they are indeed going to punt. It would have been a 4th and 2 had they decided to do that. Timeout means they stop the clock, so the Aztecs want to get it running again. That is Davius Reed back there to return it, and he's going to let it bounce all the way into the end zone. That is a fortunate bounce for Chicago. That'll let them start at the 20-yard line with no issues. And here come the Chicago Wildcats. They've got the home crowd behind them. They're 1 possession down in this game. This drive will likely decide this game. We'll see if they can do it.
But they're only down to 1 timeout, which is a big thing here. And their offensive line really hasn't done much in the game. They've got to go in the air rip.
1st and 10. 3 at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. King looking to throw, has an out route to the outside. He will get it to his option out there to get to the sideline. That is Davius Reed with a catch. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You got to get a little bit more vertical than that, especially if you're that deep into your own end zones. It's time to get vertical, folks. You ain't got that much time. Let's go.
They've been somewhat successful over the middle in some situations. Both teams really have, so it'd be interesting to see if they try that. This is a bunch receiver, bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. That is Calvin Kim in the backfield. 4 on the line. They'll send all 4. Looking to throw to the outside. Got a catch. It's another one for Davius Reed, and he fights his way to the sideline, but not out. Clock continues to run.
Yeah, good decision, but bad decision by the receiver not to get out of bounds.
And Zeli over the middle. That's a catch, but the clock continues to go. And to answer your question, I'm not sure what happened to the clock. It's gone.
Yeah.
We're working on infinite time at the moment. Chicago throws to the outside. That is going to be another one to the outside, and this one finally gets out of bounds as Davius Reed able to stop the clock for the Wildcats. Got to be getting close. Likely inside of a minute to go.
Yeah, I mean, we completely lost our clock here, but I will say this. This quick no-huddle push by Chicago looks very promising, but they've got to continue to hit the outside. 10 out of bounds. Stop the clock.
In the gun, King looking to throw. Over the middle, that's a catch and a 1st down. What a catch by Kendall Gilbert. They're into Mexico City territory. They are on the no-huddle. They have to move the ball. In the gun again. In position, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. King backs up, looks, throws, left side. That's a catch for Kendall Gilbert. He gets out of bounds, and finally the clock is returned with 55 left on it. They're at the Mexico City 18.
Wow. And guess who? Kendall Gilbert. What a catch. Got the feet in bounds. Let me look at it again. Oh, yeah, that's a catch, baby. That is now.
Hey, you say that, and now they're going to challenge it, so we'll see.
The booth review strikes again.
Keep in mind, 1 foot leak. You only need 1 foot before you hit the chalk, and that is a catch. We will see. Right there. He got it. 1 foot in. Kendall Gilbert has the ball inside the red zone, and the Wildcats may be able to tie this game up, depending on what happens the next couple plays.
Let's see what they say.
Whoa! Yeah, okay. It is a catch. Okay, good. Yep.
Okay, so this is a 1 foot league, not a 2 feet league.
Yep, it is a 1 foot league. Absolutely.
And that's fair. That's fair. You know, I mean, not everybody here is a pro per se, but hey, if we're going 1 foot, we're going 1 foot. But I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Chicago.
Under center. Again, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. King looking to throw to the outside. Quick little out route. That is a catch, but he's going to get taken down. Forward progress puts him at the 12, but they got to move the ball. 45 left on the clock. Still plenty of time to get one off. King is under center. Looking to throw. 5-step. End zone! Did he get it? No, he's not quite in. He's at the goal line, and they have to run a no-huddle. 13-6. They need a touchdown. Looking to throw. Throw short. Eli! Touchdown, Chicago! We have a tie game pending the extra point.
That is an amazing drive, and like no choice but to go air, and they went. The key play was that big 1 foot catch inside the red zone by Gilbert. Man, oh man, look at this catch by Eli. My oh my, this is why these two teams made it to the SFL championship last year.
And Alvin, I love the low-scoring games. Low-scoring games are my favorite in football as a whole, and we see the reason why every play has more and more meaning, and we saw the biggest play of the game right there. We have a tie football game pending what Jesus Garcia does with this extra point. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick is on the way, and we are even in the fourth quarter. Chris Curtis, Alvin Washington with you in the fourth quarter in the Windy City. If you guys are just joining us, where you been? It's been a good football game. A lot of big hits, a lot of really good defensive plays. Only 1 interception today, and that belongs to Blake Hamrack of the Chicago Wildcats in the first quarter as we play 13-13 as the Aztecs are going to get the ball back.
I don't think we're going to see anything major unless Mexico City can run this all the way back to the house. I think we got overtime coming.
That is going to be to the 30-yard line, and DeJon Swan brought down there. Mustard Bird can't muster anything else, and it will be 1st and 10 for Matt Wilson from the 30-yard line. 80-yard drive in less than a minute and a half for the Chicago Wildcats have tied this game up, and that is a big, big drive that the Aztecs now have to answer as world champions.
You know, once we get to the overtime period, if we do get there, depending on what wins play, I think we're going to see some real rough and tumble stuff.
Nope, this is going to be over the middle right side, and that is a catch. And the big timeout that is taken to stop the clock with 15 on the clock. That is Richard Montague over the middle.
Oh,
the camera
goodness.
guy took a vacation there, but we have it.
Oh, see, this is, again, slot play. Slot play has been Mexico City's calling card this entire evening. I see something similar to what I saw when I was a kid and I was growing up a New Orleans Saints fan. The L.A. Rams drove it the length of the field, got within field goal range, and tore out the Saints' heart on a would-be going to the playoff drive.
Not quite in field goal range for Cole Varner just yet. Throw to Wilson. From Wilson to Ray Bentley. He's got some room to run. Now they're definitely in field goal range. And this could be a problem for Chicago faithful. Bentley to the outside, and he is allowed to get to the sideline, and they take a timeout as well, I do believe, and that is in perfect spot for Cole Varner.
I love the way that the receivers cleared out for Bentley in that particular sequence. That was absolutely wonderful screenplay.
And they're going to try it. 44-yard attempt to possibly win the game. Aztecs trying for their first win. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick on the way. And it is through! 44 yards and possibly the win for Mexico City.
Wow, Cole Varner couldn't have come up with a better straight leg kick than that. 44 down the middle, no problem for the big kid.
And Cole Varner, now to give you a little bit of family tie, Shan Varner, who owns the Chicago Wildcats, Cole Varner is his kid. So that that is going to mean that go to your room without dinner, young man. That's going to be a return here for Davius Reed. Going to try to make something happen, but that is going to do it. The Chicago Wildcats fall at home 16-13 to the Mexico City Aztecs in the Season 9 championship rematch. What a game for the SFL tonight on Twitch, presented by APM Music. That is going to do it, though, from the Windy City in Chicago. Chicago goes to 0-3. Mexico City gets their first win to 1-2 after a Cole Varner 44-yard field goal kick for the win. For Scott LaRue on stats, Alvin Washington, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Chicago. We will see you next week for Week 4 of the SFL. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For more information, head over to simulationfl.net. And don't forget to slap that follow button at the top of your page. And if you still feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button as well. We'll see you next week in Week 4.